Hello, welcome back to Only Pistols. Today we're having a look at a Hammerli Sparkler Model R. This is a repeating CO2 powered 177 target pistol, produced by Hammerli from 1958 to 1961. So it's doing pretty well, better than I am. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the markings to start and then we'll go over the pistol. So first of all, there on the cylinder you can see Hammerli Sparkler, Model R, caliber 4.5/177. These, because they're a repeater, use a round lead ball, and the best I've found is Gammo. On the other side, there are no markings, and the only other marking on the pistol is on the bottom of the butt, 188, which is the serial number. So more generally, you've got an cast aluminium frame that includes the butt grip. You've got a steel cylinder which holds the action, that's blued steel, and the barrel is a rifled steel insert in this aluminium cover. The sights are adjustable for windage and elevation, although there's no markings on them, and the foresight is a steel inserted element in the aluminium. You can see there's a bit of aluminium corrosion on this one. It's a well-used example. Probably had a good hard life. So, and the grips there, they're plastic, nice and hard, in very good condition. Produce a good grip for you, easy to hold. So let's go through how to actually operate it. The CO2 bulb, which is an 8 gram, not the later 12 developed by Crossman. So the 8 gram CO2 cylinder is the type of thing you would have found in a soda siphon. That goes in nose first, and at the bottom of that tube there, can't see it unfortunately, is the piercing cap. That goes in, see it there, and you can see the tail there in that cap. And that screws on to push the bulb down against the piercer. That's it. To make sure it's actually pierced properly, pull that back and pull the trigger, and that's it. That's now primed and sorted. So how does it work? Well, you pull this cocking piece back, which contains the CO2 bulb, and when you pull the trigger, this flies forward and knocks the CO2 valve open, releasing a charge of CO2. So, analogy to it, it's probably like an open bolt machine gun, and you do actually get quite a thunk as it goes forwards. So let's load it up, and I'm only going to load a couple of balls in, although it will take 6. So as I said, I've found the best ammunition for these is the Gammo round balls. You can get others. They tend unfortunately to be too small and will just fall out of the bottom of the pistol. So take your round ball and you literally drop it into that little hole. 2, 3, oh, go on, let's load 6, 4, 5 and 6. So with 6 in there you can see the last one. Now there's no spring to release or anything, these purely load by gravity. So you have to tilt the pistol down and then you pull back on the cocking piece, and now you can see the ball has disappeared. So now when you pull the trigger, shot discharges, tip the pistol down, pull back, and then just to check it, release of CO2. And that is one of the big problems. You can't see the breech. You've no way of knowing whether there's a ball left in it. This is one pistol, there's no safety. In common with most target pistols, they don't. You have to be very, very muzzle aware and you have to treat this thing at all times if it's got CO2 in it like it's loaded. And unfortunately, the only way of really knowing whether it's got CO2 in it is to cock it and fire it. So you have to be very aware that if a ball gets hung up, you might not know it until you've actually operated the pistol and it goes off and you actually shoot a pellet out. So that's a thing you have to be very aware of. Now, the other thing that's interesting about this pistol, being the Model R, is that more typically, the more typical model of the Sparkler was the Model RD. The difference is in here. On the RD, which stands for Diablo and round ball, so standard shuttlecock pellets, you not only had the loading port here for the 6-shot, but you also had a tipping valve, a tipping lever here, so as a tap loader, so you could tap load in a single pellet. And you can actually see in the machining there, I'll get the light on it right, you can actually see the space in this one where the tap loader would have been fitted. It's just in the Model R, you've got this cylinder which comes all the way forward. So they did produce both. The Model R was definitely the more rare of the two. So there we are. Hammerli's Model R repeating 6-shot CO2 powered target pistol. What was it used for? Well, I think it was used for practicing dueling targets, where you would have one exposure that would be timed, and you would need to bring the sights up, fire the pistol at the target. And obviously, if you're needing to practice, you don't always have access to a full 25-meter range. So having one of these with a 6-yard range or a 10-meter range would be more than adequate for practicing the timed exposures and bringing the pistol up, acquiring the sights. And the sights are comparable with most target pistols of that age. So they would have been the type of sight picture you would be expecting to see from a target pistol, and certainly one being used for the competitions of that time. And 6 shots, well, most of these competitions were for 6 shots because they were for revolvers or semi-autos, so 6 shots was your minimum. So that's it. It's a very useful pistol. Accuracy wise, it will hold the centre black on a 10-meter target at 10 meters. It's not going to be competing for any world championships, especially not with an open bolt system like that. But it's great fun to shoot, and it'll knock over falling plate targets and shoot tin cans more than happily. So there you are, Hammerli Sparkler Model R, 1958 to 1961. Thank you very much. If you like this, like and subscribe, do the YouTubey thing, and I will see you again sometime soon with another pistol.